Hey guys, Chris and I want to give you an updated tour of our Valor now that we've been in here for over 6 months.
We're going to talk about some things we love, some things we don't like. I'll even go as far as saying some items that I hate. We're going to give you a great tour. Stick around.
One of the biggest changes Chris and I made was to our garage. We both decided we wanted a dedicated workspace, and we made that happen. So in place of the Happy Jack couches that were in here originally, we went with the bamboo desktop. It was lightweight and easy to install. We both have office chairs. I needed a bigger monitor to edit these wonderful videos you watch. The other change too, we needed more lighting. There's not a whole lot of lighting in here, so I believe we got these at Walmart. Just really easy. They're held up by command strips. We had the little tap lights, but that just wasn't quite enough. Another huge investment we made for our office, partitions. So when Chris is working and he's on his Teams calls, it's great to have that up. I'm not always back here when he's working. If I am, I have my Bose headphones on. So these are amazing. They're noise canceling. As you guys know, Chris really protects his voice.
One of the other things we put in here is curtains on the back wall. We did that so with it, when we have the patio set up and the glass doors are there, it's a visual barrier so we don't get distraction and we don't get glare. It's also really helpful for me when I'm on my Teams calls. I'm not getting distracted and having squirrel moments. So we installed them in a very unique way. We actually bolted them to the back of the Happy Jack bed, and they go up and down with the bed, which is nice. It makes it easy to remove. Overall, simple install, well worth the investment. Everything was picked up at Home Depot and Walmart.
And Amazon.
And Santa Amazon.
In the garage, we added the Lippert thin shade. So it's a shade you can pull down, see through, pull it up when you want more privacy. We love it. The door handle was an addition, and the screen defender. So any responsible pet owner knows that these are a must. For our side patio doors, we added these little curtain panels. The reflectives, it helps keep the sun from radiating in with all the heat. This is just a tension rod. So we take it down during travel, we put it up. It gives it more of a home feel. We added a little shelf. We needed something for our tie downs to hang up so we don't lose them, step on them. An RV must for us was this Dyson vacuum. It's rechargeable, and we mounted it here on the wall. All right, let's show you the bathroom.
Where the real magic happens.
So we added this basket up here to hold our toilet paper, and on the door, our toilet paper holder. For all those little knickknacks, what do you do to declutter? We added these little farm baskets, mounted them on here with the screws. It was simple, easy. A little felt strip so when the door opened, it doesn't hit the wall. And I had Chris mount this little strap to the wall for my high horse.
One of my favorite upgrades we did was the IT cabinet. We have the PepWave Max Transit Duo router up top. This right here is a battery backup or an uninterruptible power source. And then in the top left, we have our Ring alarm system. The black wire running up goes to our pointing antenna on the roof. This keeps all of our electronics and IT internet stuff out of the way and safe.
We all know I love this garage, but the one thing I absolutely hate is where the light switch is positioned. So I'm standing on the garage door side. I have to walk over here, which may not seem like much, but if you have toys or anything in here mounted down, you may not be able to reach it. So this is the only switch in the garage. And over here, there's about 3 steps to the door that goes into the living space. So once again, we have stuff tied down here. My Harley, which is my electric bike, if it's mounted here, I can't get to that switch and it's not safe. Chris and I came up with a solution. We bought a battery-powered motion sensor light. It was inexpensive and easy to mount. It just goes right here. So when we walk in, it lights up. With our battery-operated motion sensor light, it came with a remote. I love this little thing. I had Chris mount it up here with the command strip.
A couple items that I installed in here are all part of our Ring alarm system. I put the cameras up here, which replaced the Wise camera. I've got the sensors on all the doors. And one of the things that is my pride and joy that I love is this beautiful LG Dolby Atmos stereo system. awesome. Plugs in, works off the TV, gives us way better sound than what the JBL. So that's on my I really hated it list, was the JBL. The factory system worked, but that's as far as I'll go with it. It had volume, but it wasn't good. So we came up with a solution. My beloved Dolby Atmos. This is another area that Martha and I absolutely love. This is a 3-seater couch, which is awesome. The middle folds down, gives us cup holders, powered, so it has USB and 110. Overall, excellent. Most important thing for Wookie, that's Callie's happy place.
We got a new couch cover. It matches Callie's fur and it protects the couch. I got Chris a little remote caddy. He was always wondering where'd the remote go, or the worst, it falls in between the seat cushions. That sucks. We spent a lot of time in the South. You have to have your fly swatters. Chris just put a little command strip hook there. On our original tour, we mentioned the pantry door popped open and we thought maybe I didn't latch it. What happened was it does close, but it does come open during transit, and it was knocking against the kitchen island door handle. So if you look down here, we added a Candy King hook.
So we decided to put a little insert here to keep the light out and the air conditioning in. Put it in with Velcro, fits right into the vent. Majority of our cooking is done outside, either with an air fryer or a Traeger, so we don't use that vent hardly at all.
I never knew I needed a crumb catcher in my life. Chris got this little bad boy for me. He cut it out, put these little sticky things on there, and they fit right here. What was happening is food would get dropped down here. So Chris came up with a solution. The other thing I hated was the grommets that came with my Greystone. They were horrible, they tore, so we replaced them. One little trip to Lowe's, and now these stay put. I love my knife block. It's a little magnetic one that we got from Amazon. Chris put it up with really strong command strips, and we haven't had any issues. I had Chris add this temperature monitoring system to my oven. I'm gonna let him explain about it.
When it comes to the gadgets, I'm the guy for the job. This little hot loop is an electric thermometer, and it keeps track of the temperatures inside the oven. The 2 wires run right along the side of the oven. The probes hook onto the rack, and we're able to keep an accurate temperature of what's going on in here when Martha's making all those Mickey cookies.
One thing I felt that the kitchen was lacking was lights underneath the counters. I had them in our sticks and bricks, so what we had is just that little light right here under the microwave. It was always kind of dark, especially early in the morning when I'm trying to make our coffee. I had Chris install these lights, and now voila.
So a little point about the lights. These were picked up at Walmart, super inexpensive, and as with everything that I do, command strips. But I also went a step further. I went on Amazon and I bought new plugs, and I cut the wires to be shorter and rewired them right into the plugs so that you don't have any overhang.
While we're in Elkhart, Indiana, we had this custom table made for us. We absolutely love our new dining room table. I added slip covers to our chairs just to kind of make it blend nicely. So we added fruit and vegetable baskets, and we have one just for Callie for things that couldn't hang on the hook. We added another curtain, more reflectives for the side patio. Tension rod, comes down during travel day. It works great. We added another small curtain with the tension rod up here. This is our attic, so you don't see our overflow of things hanging out there. Chris and I used black poster board and put it on the inside of the cabinet glass. The reason why, we got tired of seeing this. The glass was like a smoky gray, but you could still see through it, and we didn't want to showcase all of our wires and tubs in there.
Callie is such a family dog. She wants to follow us absolutely everywhere. So a solution we came up with was super easy, was just putting a baby gate between this gap. It keeps her away from the door, doesn't allow her to follow us outside. She just lays here, cries, and tells us that we're bad parents.
One of the items I forgot to mention in our first tour is how awesome the accent lighting is in our living space. Chris? So as you can see around the ceiling, we have the accent lighting and my kitchen sink. It's really great, so in the evening Chris and I turn off all the lights and we turn the accent lighting on. It gives us just enough light to see through and a great ambiance. I love it. At our front door, we added the Lippert thin shade. We added the door handle and the screen defender. We added some stair treads going up to the stairs to the master bedroom and bathroom. This helps out Callie from slipping and sliding on them. I love that accent lighting. And we have more accent lighting in here. I think the bathroom is one of the areas we did a lot of upgrades. We started with this shade up here. So it's a nice little blackout shade at night, and then during the day if we want to keep the sun out. But when we open it, we can turn the fan on. It works great.
A couple other items that we did for storage space is these little baskets. They're little woven baskets that we picked up at Walmart. They're not mounted. They just kind of pressure fit in. Works really well to keep our clutter to a minimum.
Everyone likes privacy when they're in the bathroom, right? Well, our doors shut, but they didn't stay shut sometimes. Chris added these little magnets to the doors. He added one here. So now you can shut them. We didn't need any hard locks. This little magnet works great for us.
So back to what Martha was talking about with privacy. When you got paperwork, you need a paperwork holder. We put the paperwork holder right down here. So this is where our toilet paper goes. It works out good for us. It's out of the way. We don't bump into it. And then we found a tiny little can down below that fits in the nook and keeps it out of our way.
In the shower, we added these towel hooks. A friend of ours that we met at the Alliance rally makes these. We bought them from her. She used a 3D printer and they glow in the dark. They're really awesome. And they fit perfectly. Another item that we bought from her, hair catcher. So Chris says there's always long hair in the shower. I don't know where he gets it from, but now we catch it. So on travel days, sometimes this little latch could come undone. Just an extra security measure, we cut out a pool noodle and added it down below in the track.
Space in the bathroom is a premium. This trailer is awesome. There's a lot of things that are great. I can tell you this is my number one absolute, did I say absolute? Absolute hate item in here. This cabinet is great if you're 5'0" like my beautiful bride. I absolutely cannot brush my teeth in here. My butt goes into the shower, and I cannot barely get my head under there, and I surely can't get my head under there without busting it. So, one solution for me, I just go to the kitchen or the back bathroom to brush my teeth. So this is a big problem in my book. Space is always a problem. Martha wanted more space. We had a little bit of dead space from the factory. It has this shelf and this shelf, and we needed to use a little bit more room. So I built this shelf. Alliance was awesome. I was able to get the wood through them, and I built the shelf to give us just a little bit more cabinet space. Martha put the tension rods in place so that our junk doesn't fall out. We've never had any problems. The magnets do a good job of keeping it closed, but you would open it and it would just be a hot mess. One item that Martha and I absolutely love is the two doors. We can play peekaboo. But in all seriousness, it's nice because if one person's coming into the bathroom and one person's coming out, getting two people through the doorway is not an easy thing to do. So it's nice to be able to go out one door or back in the other. Another room that we made quite a few updates in was the master bedroom. We put in this wireless thermostat, which is amazing. We really like that. It's been great to be able to access this anywhere we go and control it. One of the other rooms that we were having problems, very much like the pantry, is this door would pop open during travel. So we installed a candy cane hook here to keep the door from popping open. And in order for us to access it, we just go in through the bathroom, reach in, lock it, so it's closed on travel days.
Where do you put all your shoes when you're traveling? Shoe storage. We added one at the foot of our bed. It just mounted right in. Problem solved.
We added the Ring alarm panel right next to the TV. We were going to do it by the front door, but that didn't work out. We added a Ring camera because Callie loves laying on the bed in here, so now we can see what's going on when we're out. My favorite upgrade in the bedroom is actually underneath this panel, and that is the RV airflow systems insert. It mounts straight in, and then you just screw everything back together, and what it does is it maximizes the efficiency of your air conditioning unit, and it increases the amount of air that came out of the ducting by 30%, And the most important thing in my mind was that it reduces the audible noise that you hear coming out of your AC. So we're getting a more efficient AC with a better blow, and it's quieter. The best part about it, if you decide you want to look at an RV airflow systems for your trailer, you can do VC Valor 15 and get a discount on it. So absolutely worth it. Great investment for us. Awesome thing to have in the bedroom. One of my favorite upgrades is actually on the outside of the trailer, and that is the Curt Flex Air pen box. It takes the Rotoflex style pen box, adds a airbag and a dampening shock, and boy, it makes a noticeable difference in the quality of the ride. Well worth the investment in my mind. Another safety item we added to the outside of the trailer is bug screens. We put them on the back of the water heater, we put them on the back of the furnace, and that's to keep the critters out of there. From what I understand, mud daubers can be a problem.
Now that you've seen the updated changes we made in our Valor, go watch our first tour of our Valor.
That one's going to be a lot more thorough. It's going to be very in-depth, and it's going to cover everything, including some awesome drone footage, so you can see 360 of this trailer.